SCONES law once again. In our previous video, we treated offer. What we'll do in this video will be to discuss termination and revocation of an offer. So, what instances or circumstances warrant termination of an offer, or how long does an offer stand to remain valid? So, the first we'll do is termination of an offer. And you should understand that termination simply means the end of an offer, or when does an offer close, or when would an offer be deemed to have been non-existent again. And one thing, the first thing you will notice, termination occurs when there's a rejection of the offer. So I make an offer to you and you decline the offer. It's rejection, and this is termination. Secondly, termination will occur when there's a counter offer. A counter offer is me making an offer to you on certain terms, and in your reply, you give different terms, different from what I made. When that happens, you have countered the offer, so there's termination. So we see that in height versus range, the offeror made an offer to the offeree to sell his farms for €1,000, and the offeree replied back that he wants to buy it at €950. Later, he came back that okay, you buy it at €1,000. So in an action to enforce the contract later on, the court said that at the time you proposed that you want to buy the farms at €950, you had terminated the offer. So yeah, one would think that this is bargaining or negotiating. You are negotiating for the price. But the law regards that anytime you propose a new term different from what the offeror proposed, you have terminated the offer. The discretion, of course, lies in the offeror whether to bring a new term or bring a new offer to you or not. Another thing, another instance where there will be termination is when there's a lapse of time. So we agree that the offer will be open for this amount of time, maybe 5 weeks or 2 months. So when the 5 weeks or 2 months elapses, the offer is terminated. Or sometimes the court impugns a reasonable length of time on it. So maybe this occurs where we haven't agreed on the duration the offer will last. So the law, the court would impugn a reasonable amount of time, maybe after a certain period. The court, per its discretion and its power, will see that the offer had elapsed. And in doing this, they look at the fluctuations in price, how long or the range of price changes. They look at the mode of communication, how do we communicate, is there proximity, and stuff like that. Another instance where there will also be termination is death. So if either parties die, the offer is automatically terminated. And or occurrence of a stipulated event, when an event occurs, the offer will be terminated. So basically, this is termination. I think it's simple as that. And revocation. Revocation simply means breaking the offer, or let's see, withdrawal of the offer. When can the offeror withdraw his offer? So the general rule is that the offeror can withdraw his offer anytime before acceptance. So anytime before the offeree communicates his acceptance or accepts the offeror is allowed and permitted by law to withdraw his offer. We see that in Payne versus Cave. In Payne versus Cave, it was about an auction. So the offeror, the person making the bid, made an offer. But before the auction hammer came down, he had withdrawn the offer. He told them that he's withdrawing the offer. So later, the company decided to sue the offeror. But the court opined that no, he is allowed and permitted to withdraw the offer, because before the hammer came down, he had informed them that he's withdrawing the offer. So offer can be withdrawn anytime before acceptance. The hammer indicates the putting down or hitting of the hammer indicates the acceptance. And he made it known to them that he's withdrawing the offer before acceptance was communicated. Thus, the revocation was valid. In Roosters versus Grant 2, we see that the offer and an offer that was planned to remain open for 6 weeks was later revoked before the 6 weeks elapsed. And in an action by the offeree to enforce the contract, the court was of the view that yes, the revocation or withdrawal of the offer was valid because acceptance was not communicated, so he was allowed to revoke it. But what you must understand is that for revocation to be valid, it must be brought to the notice of the offeree. So you must inform the offeree of your intention to withdraw the offer before you withdraw it, or otherwise it won't be valid or effective. So we see it in Bayern versus Van Tinhoven. But this case is tricky. So I want you to, before I brief or discuss the case, I want you to keep these dates in your head. 1st October, 2, 8th October, 3, 11th October, 4, 20th October. So you picture it in your head. 1st, 8th, 11th, 20th. So the company or the offeror offered to sell, I think, 1,000 boxes of tin plates to the offeree. So they made the offer 1st October. The offer reached the offeree 11th October. In those days, it was mainly by post. It reached the offeree 11th October. But before the 11th, they had written on 8th October their intention to withdraw the offer. This letter did not reach the offeree until 20th October. But 15th October, on 15th October, these people had also communicated their acceptance. So you see the thing. The letter of revocation did not reach the offeree until 20th October. And during the 1st to 20th, the offeree had communicated his acceptance. That it was held that the revocation wasn't valid. And also, one thing is that if the offeree has begun, especially unilateral contracts, if the offeree has begun performing the contract or his obligation under the contract, the law will not permit the offeror to withdraw the offer. And that is indicated in a bundle of special authorities like Errington versus Errington, I think Dahlia versus Formel Bankers Limited, and a plethora of other cases. Okay, so this is where we draw down the curtains. It's been a wonderful time with you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification tab so that you receive news and updates when we post. So thank you very much for watching. Until then, it's bye bye.